Steve says, I'm nearing completion of a complete website rebuild for a client. They are planning to move in a few months. Should we wait and launch the new website in the new location at the exact same time or spread it out? That's a good question. I wouldn't wait. I'd go ahead and launch the new website now. And if you're going to change the location, just do that later, because the a major structural change like redesign of a website. Well, design can affect ranking, but it doesn't necessarily always automatically mean that it will. But major structural changes to a website absolutely will cause ranking fluctuations, a lot of volatility, because it's like dropping a rock into a pond. It causes a ripple effect that's, kind of just expands and continues. And it's the same thing that happens with the algorithm. When you change the data significantly, it causes a ripple effect. So you're going to see a lot of volatility while Google's trying to figure out what to do with the new data. So I would go ahead and execute that first. And then that way things can kind of settle, let the dust settle. By that time would be then a good time to go change the location as well, right? To move the location. So I would, because otherwise, I mean, again, let me back that up. Let me back up for a minute, because you're likely going to see volatility in the search results. If you're not already ranking incredibly well, then it shouldn't make a difference. Just go ahead and execute or deploy the new site now, right? And then you can do the physical location moving or changing at a later time. If you're not already ranking well, it's not going to cause much problem, right? It's not going to prevent you from generating leads if you're not already generating leads from the site. You see what I'm saying? If you are ranking quite well with the existing site the way it is, then maybe it would make more sense to wait and do both the site change and the location change at the same time, because as I mentioned, you're likely going to see a lot of volatile swings in the search results. And if you're already ranking well and you deploy the new site, then you could potentially lose leads while it's trying to settle. And if you're going to change locations, that's going to probably cause a lot of, or will, especially in maps, well, depending on where you're moving, but it's likely going to cause a significant drop in maps too, until the dust settles. So you might, again, if you're already ranking well, then maybe you do both of those at the same time, because then you kind of like rip the Band-Aid off all at once. But if you're not already ranking well, then I would say, push the new site out now, so that things can settle down. And then when you go to make the change in the Google Business Profile, location change, you'll experience it again, but the site will have, the algorithm will have kind of settled in on the new site, if that makes sense. That's how I would do it.